MiniMax have just released their latest open source video model, MiniMax H3, and it can actually generate native 2K resolution videos locally. And it has powerful features where we can combine multimodal input like video, image, and audio and get our high quality output generated from MiniMax. And the 2K video quality is actually insane, as you can see the quality of video generated by this model. So we are going to go over all the key details of this model, and also I'm going to be showing you how you can use it right now through their API keys and soon locally, as well as it will be soon released to the Hugging Face page. So let's look at what this model is. It is built as a general purpose multimodal engine, so it can handle many different tasks where you can give different format of inputs. So it can understand text, images, and audio all together and blend all of the context in these in real time. This makes our creative workflows much faster because we don't have to convert all of them to a single format. One of the biggest headaches in the earlier AI generation models was that we had to add the audio later. But this model generates the visuals along with the final stereo sound. So you get a complete media package out of the box running local on your system. And while most of these local AI generation models struggle to stay consistent past a few seconds, but here you can generate up to 50 seconds of the stock footage, and it can output it in 2K resolution, which looks great on any screen. And even while generating the 2K resolution, the per second cost of this model is less than a third of other major models. This makes it highly accessible, even if you are a solo developer just trying ideas. But the absolute best part is what comes next. The team is planning to release the actual model weights directly to the community, which means you will soon be able to download this model and run it locally on your system. And they did not just build this for the massive graphic card server farms. They designed the architecture with normal hardware compatibility in mind from day one. So when it goes open source, it should run smoothly on even the consumer graphic cards. Now let us look at how we can actually use this thing. You can pull in multiple files to guide the final output. For example, you can give it a reference video for the camera movement and an image for the character that you want in the video. So in the example that is given here, they have used one simple reference where the camera movements are described, and then in the second reference they have an image of character which they want in the video, and the character should be syncing with the vocals matching the audio 3. So as you can see, we can just describe what we want in plain English. So we tell it how the image and the audio should interact with each other, and the model figures out all the relationships. And now we can see the output as well. The same character is here, she is singing, and the camera movement is also captured same as the first video. And you can check out the other examples as well. Like here they have just built a 2K performance video just from a text prompt. Then there are examples for native stereo sounds, film opening titles, some product website, and here you can see that we are customizing the full character. And once all the customizations are done, the character is going in the open world space, which looks like a very cool idea for a futuristic game. And you can also use it for animated posters, or if you are building any ads for e-commerce website. And here also in the ad you can see all the lighting effect, the shadow effect, all the details in the faces, and the overall studio light and the product images are properly captured by this model. Usually to accomplish all these tasks, you need some 5 different AI tools to do this. You will need one for the image, one for the motion, and one for the final sound effects. But the new approach taken by MiniMax breaks all the boundaries between these tasks, going from specialized sub-agents for particular tasks to a general purpose AI brain. And this unified approach is especially clear with the audio engine, where there is no separation between the human voices, background sounds, or music. So it models the entire soundscape at once, so everything matches with the video perfectly. The secret sauce here is how it understands your prompts. The model uses plain language, acting as a bridge to connect all these pieces. So by focusing on the language structure of the prompt, it learns how to generalize the task across all the different media types. And during the training phase, the developers made an actually smart choice, where they fused all the different data types together right at the start. So by mixing the video and audio earlier on, it gave the model much better understanding of the actual reality. And this deep understanding leads us to the new technology which they have called Contextual Omni-Representation System. This basically means that the model creates incredibly detailed captions for every single relationship in your prompt. And normally processing all that media requires massive power. The source material usually requires over 1,000 tokens of data, but their system neatly compresses this down to just about 4,000 tokens on average. And you can check out all the other details, how this compression is being made, what are the transform architecture, and how they are using the generation techniques in context of the AI. You can check out all these in their official tweet. For now, I'm going to be using this model in my own system, as it is not yet released on their official Hugging Face page, I'm going to be using their API key by going to platform.minimax.io, and once you create an account, just go to the console page and create your own new API key. But just keep in mind that while you're using the API, it will cost you $0.13 per second. So you should have enough credits in your account to start using this model. But if you want to use it open source, just wait for their Hugging Face release, which will enable you to download all the weights in your system directly. So once you have followed all these steps and got your API key, just go to the .env file and paste your API key here. And to generate the video, I have this generatevideo.py file, which will go to the official API page of this MiniMax IO, and I'm giving it a prompt that it should generate a cinematic infinite POV loop traveling through a geometric tunnel formed by receding, glowing, golden yellow triangular frames. And there should be complex internal layers of pulsing, vibrant pink, purple and cyan neon light, and the background should be a deep dark void. Then using the python load.env, we are going to be loading all the variables from .env file. So just go to the platform site, copy your API key, go to the .env file and paste it here. I'm not going to be showing you my API key because anyone can use your credits if they have access to your API key, but I will update the .env file before running this code. Then we are going to be fetching the API key using os.guide.env, and if you have not put the API key, it will throw an error that the MiniMax API key is missing, so check your .env file first. Now to send the request to the model, we need to build a payload where the model name will be MiniMax H3 and the prompt will be a text prompt which I have defined on top. I want the resolution as 2000 and the duration of video as 5 seconds. And the resolution should be in a landscape mode with 16:9 ratio. Now using the Python request library, we are going to be sending the request to the API URL with all our prompt and the model name going to this JSON payload. Now once we get the response, we'll just print that this is success and this is the task ID. And in case of any error, we are just going to say that we have failed with this status code. And once this generate video file is called, we'll just launch this create video task function. Now to launch this file, just ensure that the API key is there, then go to the terminal and call this Python file with python generatevideo.py. Now it has given me the final output file here, and we can see that the geometric structure is given correctly with 5 seconds of video duration as we had asked. So here in test, I've just given a simple text prompt, but you can give your images, video files or audio files and generate any video according to your use case. And the generation model will take all of those input, first build the contextual omni representation, where all these will be converted into a single format that the model can understand, and token compression also applies, which trims down 100k tokens to just 4k tokens. Then there will be an H3 Omni transformer which will do the understanding and generate the compute. And finally, the variational autoencoder and the in-context regeneration will give you the final 2K native video. And you can use this model in different modes as well. Let's say if you're just giving text, you can use text to video mode, but you can also give the first and last image along with the prompt that you want in the video. Or the best one, you can go for the reference generation where you're giving the prompt, images, video, audio all together. And there are some limits on the input files as well that you have to be keeping in mind, which are mentioned in the readme file that I will be putting in description and pinned comments. So that was it for the breakdown of MiniMax H3, which is a massive leap for open multimodal video, completely changing what we can generate locally. Let me know in comments if you have some suggestions for me to cover more AI tools and models, and follow the channel for more such AI builds, updates and workflows.